typically eat tacos or fajitas or some sort of Mexican-inspired dish at least once a week. So when Cinco de Mayo comes around, it's just another excuse to do it again. Now, if you need some inspiration for guacamole, pico de gallo, maybe a different kind of taco, I will put in the description below all the different ones that I've done in the past and all the recipes that I have. But today I want to show you something a little different. We're going to make a taco casserole, or a taco lasagna, I've seen it called. Now, this is not my invention. This is something I have seen over and over again on the internets of the world, and I just wanted to try it. So I put my own spin on it as well, and I want to show you how that's done. So let's get cooking. We're going to do a little bit of cooking, a little bit of assembling, and a little bit of baking in the oven. I'm starting with 1 onion diced, and in my pan, I'm going to saute it until it's translucent and a little brown. At that point, I'm going to add in a pound of ground beef and break it all up and cook it through. Once I see that my ground beef is almost cooked, I'm going to go ahead and add seasoning. Salt and pepper to start, lots of garlic powder, a little bit of cumin, and some Cajun spice. If you have your own spice pack for tacos, go ahead and use it. I'm also going to add a little bit of enchilada sauce in there. I'm using 12 taco shells, the smaller ones, and I'm going to put them in the oven just to crisp them up a tiny bit before layering them into my pan. Make sure you have a casserole dish and do a little bit of some spray or oil on the bottom of it. I'm using the flat sides of the shells to go around my pan and the circle sides inward so that I have a full base. Your seasoned taco meat or beef goes in next, and we're going to start layering. I'm going to add in a little bit of cheese. That's my favorite ingredient, so don't be sparing with this one. Okay, if you don't like corn, don't add it, but I like corn, so I'm adding it. I'm also going to do a little bit of black beans in there, and then I'm going to dollop in a little bit of salsa. So I kind of do little spoonfuls around, and then I kind of mix it just so that it gets a little bit of a spread there. Your next layer of taco shells or tortilla shells, same thing, kind of go around the outside with the flat edges and then fill it in with the middle, press it down just a bit, and we continue layering. See why people call it a lasagna? This should use up the rest of your beef here, this next layer. And what's next? Of course, some beans and some corn. Again, if you don't like it, don't use it. You can also put in things like green and red peppers or more onions. But what you can't leave out is cheese, because that is the glue that holds this meal together. I'm going to put in a little bit more salsa. Again, same thing, dollop in, spread it around. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then for another layer, this is your final one with your taco shells to kind of give it that top and that crispiness on there. But you know we're not finished yet with this. We need what? Another layer of cheese. I know, if you're not a cheese lover, this might be too much cheese for you, but as a cheese lover, there's no such thing as too much cheese. You're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, and this is what happens when it comes out. You're going to have crispy and melty tops, and I love adding this to the top right before serving, some lettuce, tomato, avocado, and then when you start cutting it out into squares and layers, feel free to add sour cream salsa or some fresh guacamole to finish it off. I thought this turned out fabulously, and I would do this again just to change up taco nights throughout the week. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and however you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, I hope you have a wonderful time and you eat well. Don't forget to have a shot of tequila too. See you next time.